7 shows two unequal square prisms. Say the line of intersection is A. We have A, B, C, and D. The answer is A. The answer is not B. The reason why it is not B is because this line did not touch here. Had it been this line reached to this point, like this, we will say the answer is B. But it is A, so that means it stops somewhere, halfway this way, to bring this one like this. From here, we have a line to help us get this. Had it been touched here, we can say it is what? B. So be careful with these observations. The answer is B. Sorry, the answer is A and not B. The answer is A and not B. Now question 23. The diagram, 23, figure 8 is drawn in isometric. To draw it in oblique cavalier, the dimension y on the receiving side is cavalier drawing. It's the type of drawing that demands that you draw the object in an oblique, but to make it look reasonable in the eye. In cavalier drawing, you draw an object such that the receiving side does not have the same length it has if that you draw it horizontally or vertically. So to make it have a reasonable side, the side is usually reduced by half of its length. So the answer is B. A says Y, B, Y over 2, C, Y over 3, D, Y over 4. The answer is B. Question 24 is contained in the video we have below. Same thing goes to question 25, question 25, 26, and 27. Yes, these questions are contained in the video shown below. Number 24, in figure 9, the true length of the line FG, is, we gave options, but the correct answer here is FK. Actually, the true length is supposed to be from here to this point. Alright? It's supposed to be from here to wherever this line comes from. It's supposed to be from E to J. The EJ is not given. But the distance from here to here is the same as distance from here to here. That is why FK is the correct answer. C is therefore the correct answer. Question 25. The views R, U, and Y are in what perspective? The answer is C, which is third angle projection. Why? Look at it on the board. Third angle suggests that you look at an object. If there is an eye, see this object from here. When you see the object, whatever you see, what you see between the eye and the object. So since you're looking at this object and the view is here, the same thing if you're looking from here, you see here. The same thing from here, the image is here. That presents this drawing as third angle projection. Is that clear? So the answer is C. Now the auxiliary projection is this particular one, which points that particular way, this way. Why? This view is here. This one is here. This one is here. So automatically in number 26, the answer is Q, and the answer is Q, which is B. All right. The end view is simply Y, and that is the one to the right hand side. Answer is D. All right. Now let's move to question number 28. The development of the hexagonal prism shown in figure 11 with XS as the scene is, the answer is A. B is not correct, C is not correct, D is wrong. The answer is A. That's development for you. Question number 29. The abbreviation for centers is D is CRS. The other one, CSK, is counter sum. CYL is cylinder. And C
C-A-M is chamfer. So the answer is D. Question number 30 is contained in the video below.
Number 30. Figure 12 shows the elevation of a triangular prism cut by plane YY. The question now is the development is shown. There are 4 options given. And we are told that the development are these. The first one, second and third, fourth, and then D, the last one. The correct answer here is D. The reason is because when you cut this object, you will notice that one of the sides will be shorter than the remaining 2 sides. That is why D is the object, where one of the sides is smaller in size because of the way it was cut. Now, I want you to get this. If you, in technical drawing, when it comes to WAEC, I don't mean NECO, WAEC, there are 2 options given from question number 30 to number 40. First part is on building drawing, the second part is on what? Mechanical drawing. Because in this school we concentrate more and build more emphasis on mechanical drawing, I will therefore have to lay off the building drawing and then go into mechanical drawing. The essence here is this. If in mechanical drawing question number 30 is, let's say A, in building drawing, that same A will be the same answer for mechanical drawing in the under mechanical option. So you choose one. If you are good in answering building drawing questions, go ahead and answer building drawing questions. But if you are good at answering mechanical drawing questions, which is what I prepare my students for, then you have to answer the following question. For that reason, I will therefore answer my question basically on mechanical drawing.
31. Figure 17 shows dimension. A, of small features. B, staggered to avoid confusion. C, placed outside immediate dimensions. D, placed to read from bottom of the diagram. The correct answer is A. All these style of dimensioning are to show tiny spaces where you don't have enough space to draw a line passing through the limits of dimension. That these are all the 3 styles of dimension here are for small features, to show small parts. Number 32. Symbol for machining a surface without defining the texture. Texture grade is, the symbol for defining machine this thing without defining the texture grade is A, B, C, and D. The correct answer is B. Every other option here has a sign to show that this is a place where the texture grade is written in the form of number. It's written in the form of what? Number. All right, question number 33 and 34 and 35 are contained in the video that is shown below.
Question number 33. Section YY is given. In the figure, say use figure 18 to answer question 33 to 35. The answer is B. The answer is B. Reason is because if you check, compare, if you look at the 4 options given and look at the drawing given, in the drawing given there's a shaft that entered inside, which is supported by a bearing labeled Q. Now, this is a mountain. Alright, it's a mountain that helps to hold shaft. So if you look at A and B indicate the fact that there is what? A shaft that passes through the hole up. But if you look at the foot at the bottom of A and B, look at it closely, you will see that there's a line. While one has a line where the hatching pass, the other one does not have a line. B does not have a line, showing that that mountain is one whole object. But D has a line, telling us that the foot of the mountain is separated from the body of the mountain, which is not true, and that is not how the object is. So the answer is B. Number 34, the part labeled R is always called well. Anytime you see something that looks like that, it's a well. Now the part that is labeled Q is it's a bearing. All right, it's a bearing. Yes, not a bushing. It's a bearing. Okay. All right. Sorry, it is a bushing. It is a bushing, not bearing. It's used to support an object. The bearing, they will draw a circle. You see the line, center line, indicating that there's a bearing. All right, whether journal bearing or ball bearing.
Then question number 36. The type of hammer shown in figure 19 is A, ball pin, B, claw hammer, C, straight pin, D, sledge hammer. The correct answer is C, is straight pin, not ball pin. There's no ball, a kind of ball at any part of the hammer. Number 37. Figure 20 shows a type of fastener. It is used to answer, use it to answer question 37 and 38. The type of 37 now, question 37. The type of fastener shown is A, stud, B, cap screw, C, bolt, D, grub screw. The answer is stud. Stud has, normally, it has thread in both ends. That is what we call tie rod in machine vehicles. 38, question 38. The nominal length is represented by, that means the nominal length is the entire length of this particular fastener. A, W, no, B, X, and C, Y, D, Z. The correct answer is Z. That's the total length of this particular bolt. Then number 39. The portion labeled, use figure 21 to answer questions 39 and 40. To answer questions 39 and 40. Number 39. The portions labeled M and N represent respectively are A, chamfer and recess, B, a fillet and recess, and undercut, B, fillet and undercut, C, chamfer and undercut, D, fillet and recess. The correct answer is what? Chamfer and recess, which is A, chamfer and recess. Last question, which is number 30. The machine surface on portion P is A, grinding, B, spot face, C, threading. Then we have D, knolling. And this is where we are going to stop this particular question for today. We hope that as you revise through these things, you'll be able to master all the tips and the twists in them. You'll be able to give you a picture of how to answer other questions. Thank you.